While Pro Flatland was the draw card, every Flatlander has to start somewhere. Amateur Flats saw a crew of up-and-coming riders take to the floor, bringing with them the next generation of skills along with a heap of old-school manoeuvres.
Months ago, rolling in snow.
June Dunker, Jason Parker and Campbell Lee proved themselves to be the cream of the new breed. These guys, given the time, will be stepping up to the pro level for sure.
Remixing the beat, but the big kid came along and took me off my seat. And now it's 12 months later, still cleaning ashtrays at the Wings Club. It's pretty fucked up.
Too hot to hold, this mic control. Past that old gold.
Flatland, the bastard child of BMX, owes its roots to the very origins of BMX. Take one rider, one bike, add some spare time and get busy tricking it up in any vacant car park. 25 years later, Flatland has progressed from simple hops and rolling manoeuvres to hella complex links that push the boundaries of bike control and physics. Frustrating at times, Flatland requires a huge commitment in terms of time and dedication to make it past the basics and into the advanced ranks.
The format of the comp is an open jam session with the top 4 riders progressing to the final.
The Pro Flatland cast brings with it some truly amazing riders from these shores and abroad. Errol Bay local Simon O'Brien comes into the event defending his 2004 and 2005 BMX Games titles and is definitely a favourite for the win in 2006. Simon's biggest competition comes from Hamburg local Mike Steingraber, who's been calling Sydney home for 3 to 4 months a year for the past 5 years. His breakless approach to flats sees his riding stepping into new realms on a daily basis. South Australia's Shane Badman brings a new breed of intensity and power to Flatland, and he is more than hungry to step into the international arena. The last 6 months has seen him scrap his old styles to work on a whole new bag of tricks, and he'll be stepping up against easily the most veteran flat competitor at the Games, Vinny Pugh, who brings with him a history of Australian Flatland from its very inception. 30 minutes of spinning, scuffing and balancing will see the riders battle for 4 positions in the final, where the pressure cooker of competition should see riding the likes Australia has never seen before. With years of pro flatland jam and battle experience from all around the world, Mike Steingraber was quick to start proceedings. His fluid moves work his natural and switch sides, along with switching feet, crossing legs and more in pure Steingraber magic.
I was happy with, in the prelims, I pulled a car cruiser at halfpacker, then the cross-footed hitchhiker back to steamroller, and then did another fire hydrant to hitchhiker G-turn, and then go back into a steamroller, and I was happy that I pulled that.
Bringing his old school flavour to the jam, Vinny cruised through a series of front wheel bar flipping links and was showing no signs of the international competition affecting him.
Yeah, Vinny's a good guy from Sydney, a local. It's good because Vinny's got a few different style of tricks, and it's really good. Just different flavors come together, and yeah, it's good just to add a bit more mix to the competition. Maybe a little bit more old school.
While Vinny's style was old school to some, his competition experience for many years was going to prove very valuable. He was stoked with his run. Starting the jam off with a solid run is what it's all about. Damon Fox kicks off in a big way with a solid hitchhiker link to backwards spinning tomahawk. Shane immediately brought his power riding to the jam. Built like a rugby player and with the mind of a Zen master, Shane's focused approach was evident from the start.
I've always had in my head that I really don't like to do the same thing twice. If I've done those tricks in a comp, then I really want to get rid of all of them and just start completely afresh.
Simon O'Brien's balance was never in question once during the jam. His front wheel skills stepped up, multiple whiplashes followed by more amazing links.
I see Simon a few times a year, and he's always got something new.
Simon continued his run, blowing minds with more originality. With a no-handed hang 10 behind the seat, a place that not many would want to tempt fate in, Brett Dighton was smooth and clean, although it was quickly evident that both he and Damon were somewhat outgunned in the tech department. With Mike's qualifying runs already solid, he steps up into one of his newest links and more innovative. All on the fly, linking together so much from his endless bag of tricks.
For the most part, I haven't seen Mike S ride since about 2001. We had an X Games here, and I mean, obviously everyone in 4 years' time is going to completely do different things, and Mike's just, yeah, his riding's just stepped up so far, and it's just progressed so much.
I'm cool as long as I got no papers to get by. There's all these drugs that make you feel real good, that's why I won't try. I know I love flying high, but I see some peeps fine.
Simon cruises casually back into the jam in an unbelievable nose manual, completely brakeless. Continues his run with some amazing links. His original styles just keep stepping up and up.
The moon beaming through my window at night. We take our whole lives for granted. Complain about material things. We get depressed that stress so quick. Let's take a moment.
Again, Mike's run is banging. It's out of control. Check this multi-whiplash straight into backpacker.
Michael, he's has a bit of a trademark for competitions. You know, he'll point you out and kind of bring a bit more excitement into the game, because in Europe there's a lot of battle competitions, a bit like breakdancing, and he'll just like, you know, throw down a run and then point you out and like, come on.
Responding to the call for action, Shane pulled into one of the most full-on moves of the qualifying event, a real sign of the final to come. While rocking some spinning ninja skills, Damon's consistency would see his chances for the final slide. Regardless of that, he was stoked on his runs.
I met up with some Tasmanian riders and didn't really know they had much of a scene there, but they've got a couple of riders that really rip down there.
Simon unleashes one of the tightest hitchhiker links ever seen, and switch-footed no less. He continues to pump his way through more front-wheel links, seemingly in a world of his own.
With this much funk, you'd swear we were brown like James, but we're whiter than a plate of freshly baked meringues. But when this beat bangs, well, that's when we get busy like peak hour track.
Working on new runs, you also take the easy parts of that, I guess, because they're fresh in your riding.
Gliding through a no-handed carving hang 10, Vinny was ripping.
I just wanted to be consistent today, so I wasn't really trying to push my level and push too far with the difficulty-wise.
If you ever wanted to shut down a jam in the final seconds, this is the way to do it. Backwards half-packer to kickflip. Simon O'Brien is a control freak.
Competition runs, you have to really work out the format of the run that you want to do, and, you know, do tricks that you think are more what you know.
So after the qualifying jam, we have 4 riders ready for the final. And it's no surprise that Mike Steingraber, Simon O'Brien, Shane Badman and Vinny Pugh were those riders. Hang around for the final later in the show. Alright, we're here to bike down with Michael Steingraber, one of the world's most innovative riders. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, I'm alright, thanks.
Alright, well, do you want to word us up about your little Flatland machine?
I ride a Dragonfly titanium frame, my design. It's called a Solo. I also designed the forks and the bars. This setup allows me to turn the bars around and it feels the same, it's all straight. And then I have 25/11 gearing, as a lot of Flatlanders do. Just try to make everything as light as possible. I try to ride without brakes, just to do something new. And it felt good. I designed those pegs, and these are very worn out as well. And like whenever I get hungry, I have a bite on my seat.
Now, you run a radial lace spoke.
Yep.
For strength or for looks?
No, well, for looks, I guess.
Definitely. I mean, it's great. You've got the most simple bike, yet made out of the most exorbitant materials on the planet.
It is too.
Oh, well, Mike, best of luck with everything at the Games.
Meditation, spiritualism, and sucking the hallucinatory acid into the system. Can everyone stop?
No one had a bad trip.